Hello, gorgeous humans. Alina Grayson coming to you live on my personal page. When you're hopping on, say hello if you're catching me live. If this is your first time catching me live, I would love to get to know you. So let me know in the comments below. Hashtag replay. Let me know where you're watching from. And if you know me and you're a friend and you're a client, I'd hope you say hello. I'm coming to you live to talk to you guys about manifestation, quantum leaping, changing our life, changing our reality. Recode. If you guys just saw the branding that I just launched yesterday. So I want to talk to you guys about something because this has absolutely changed my life. If you are into manifestation, metaphysics, the subconscious mind, Abraham Hicks work, you're going to love this. So if you have read the book The Secret, or if you watch the movie, if you are in Abraham Hicks' work, if you follow, if you have done a bunch of manifestation programs, you've been studying metaphysics, and you really do understand the universal laws. And so if you have been studying this work, you know your thoughts create your reality. Your thoughts create your emotions, your actions, they create your whole identity, and we attract who we are. You know, if you've been doing this work and you really believe in manifestation, like you're the creator of your life and you have the power to heal and design the life that you want. Now, the only problem, and this is most people's problems, is that while you've been studying all this work and really understand the universal laws, you don't really quite fully believe it. Not fully, not subconsciously. See, if we do not actually believe something subconsciously, and if you've been studying this work and you understand how our mind works, we are like conscious 5, maybe 10%, I would say, of our life. And if our conscious desires, our affirmations, the things that we're wanting, visualizing, if they're not actually aligned with our subconscious, it's why it doesn't work. And a lot of people who study metaphysics and understand the universal laws, they believe, but they don't fully believe. They don't actually subconsciously believe. And this is why a lot of people's manifestation lists, affirmations, visualizations, vision boards don't work, because the truth is we don't manifest just from looking at something and declaring something consciously. We manifest from the subconscious beliefs that we have. And the issue is most of us don't look at the subconscious mind, and we are operating constantly from programming from our childhood, from the matrix, the mainstream programs, the conditioning we've had since we were little, mainstream media. We think that we're affirming our intentions and we're looking at our vision board, and we are declaring things and we believe we're creating new possibilities because we just spent 10 minutes, future pacing and chanting to the moon. But reality is, what's happening is you're recycling old subconscious tapes. You are recycling and acting from old conditioning. Social media, I mean, media, right? Social media didn't really begin probably 10 years ago, but we're like Pavlov's dogs, repeating patterns that we've been conditioned with since we were little kids. And so we didn't have an opportunity. And this is neuroscience, that from 0 to 7, like we're not even conscious. We are in theta state. We are a sponge, and all we do is absorb, and we recreate and cycle these patterns from our first 7 years. And this has been studied so much, but humans are the only species on the planet that learn by watching. While other animals, when they are born, they just learn through experiencing, right? They go and they start walking. Like, isn't it crazy that we're like, humans are like literally useless for the first year? We are born, we can't walk, we can't feed ourselves, we can't talk. And so we're the only species that have to learn by watching. While other animals are like giraffes are born and they're running around already. They learn through experiencing. So if humans learn through watching, it is, and hearing, the first 7 years is so critical. It's so influential on our identity and what we believe, and how we perceive the world, and the lens that we look through, and what we believe we're capable of. And so they've done so many experiments to prove this through science. Like, they will put a mom and a kid in a room, and they'll have a kid watch these two people, and the kid will be like pressing buttons on something, right? And then the other kid will watch and go do the same thing, but then they'll have them watch while another kid gets scolded by their parents, don't touch the buttons. And then the other kid gets the fear of not doing that. You're not allowed to do that. You're incapable of doing that. And that kid, just by watching, will act the exact same way. They've done so many studies. We're the only species. And so, what we don't understand is consciously we're doing affirmations, we're doing vision boards, and we're setting intentions. So we think just because we're spending 10 minutes every day, or it's if it's not subconscious, your conscious stuff that you're doing is not going to work. The subconscious is a tape, like it's a tape player. Literally, it records experiences and then plays them back. Most people are constantly just looping the first 7 years of their life, the same patterns, the same emotional intelligence, right? And we know this, and it's proven over and over again. And I know this for myself. So, what's really interesting is when I started as a coach. So, if you're new in my world, I've been coaching, mentoring now for 7 years, 7.5 years online. But what changed my life and put me on the map in the coaching industry and made me go from like broke, single, self conscious, could not speak, confident to completely changing quantum leaping reality. Like, I live in $1 million home. I'm in like the most amazing relationship. I make more money than I've ever could at my corporate job. Like, my whole life changed, and how I started, and if you know this, it started with the subconscious. Like, that's all I was known for. That was like aka my niche. It was the manifestation, but it was not. It was Abraham Hicks work, gratitude, that changed my life, understanding frequency work, but it was subconscious reprogramming. And I still to this date for 8 years have been doing what I want to teach you in Recode. I changed my identity, I changed my behaviors. I'm able to go confidently online speaking. My money patterns have completely changed. I came from like a lot of poverty, like as an immigrant, Polish immigrant in Canada. And the first program that I ever created was called Magnetic Mind. And I ran it multiple times. People had crazy testimonials, people brought people in. And then I kind of like, started growing different kinds of things. But the stuff that changed my life, if I was going to pick one thing, it was because I reprogrammed my subconscious mind. We're not going to change our lives by looking at our manifestation list, just tapping affirmations and looking at vision boards. I don't know a single person that just said they looked at a vision board and changed their life. It's recoding the subconscious mind. If we don't align the conscious desires with our subconscious, all we do is constantly go on autopilot. This is why often you'll find like you're driving to work and then you're at work and you're like, how did I get here? You just went on autopilot. And while you're on autopilot, you're looping. Money blocks, things from your childhood experiences, things you believe about people. And so the only way that we change our lives, the only way we quantum leap our reality, to change our identity, change how we behave, change what our point of attraction in the universe is to recode our subconscious mind. Because the subconscious mind is a tape player and it is constantly just playing back all the experiences from your childhood. And if you think about it, like our thoughts create a reality, but if we're on autopilot most of the time, those dominant thoughts are coming from your subconscious, the things you picked up, the money beliefs that your parents had. This is why we end up mimicking certain patterns from our parents, our caregivers, authorities, teachers. But your dominant thoughts are unconscious. They're your subconscious. They're feelings. They come from the subconscious. It's like running your life. Our identity, who we believe we are, how we feel every day, what we believe we're capable of, what we believe about people, what we believe about money, rich people, all of that is subconscious. And we know when we talk about frequency, like what we're manifesting is the frequency of truth. And your frequency is, I believe I am as I declare I am, subconsciously. So the only way that we can actually change is to reprogram. And so the method. So I created a mini course called Recode. It is starting on January 26th. It is on pre-sale right now, and I highly recommend jumping in because it's like the price is insane. $77.77. There's something about 77s that are coming up a lot for me in my life right now. It's like a God frequency. And so it's 48 hours. It's on pre-sale right now. It's a 2-day transmission. And what I want to do is, I'm going to bring context. I'm going to talk to you guys about entanglement, some quantum stuff. It's going to be awesome. But I want to take you guys through a bunch of methods that I do every single day, that I take my clients through, that have changed my life, and I have refined them so much. So there's multiple different methods and experiments, and you are going to keep these and you're going to practice them, and you're going to notice how your life changes. And they are actually backed by science. They're backed by neuroscience, neurolinguistics, all of that And I'm going to take you through all these different processes. I'm going to actually show you how to make certain things too, so that this works for you. And we get deep, deep in the subconscious. We're going to work with frequency work as well. So if this is something that you're feeling pulled to, if you've been in my world or if you're new to my world, this is what put me on the map. This is ultimately what changed my life, was to change my subconscious mind to really understand this. And it is rooted in science, even though I'm very woo-woo spiritual. It's not woo-woo. It's actually very much rooted in neuroscience. So we're starting January 6th. It'll be 2 days unless I add something, but you're going to be in my world. You're going to have opportunities to talk to me. I run everything live. And then you're going to get these different experiments. There's multiple ones of them. And there's really cool ones too, where we're going to look at also changing parts of our appearances, because I have changed parts of my appearances and it actually blows my mind. And I'm going to teach you some really, really cool things. So if you're feeling pulled to this, jump in now. The price is going to go up to 222 on January 22nd. Right now it is $77.77. Like, it is a no-brainer in my opinion. If the price goes up and you still want to find a loophole, this will also be part of my We Go First membership, which is the best membership on the planet. And it is no commitment. You come and you pay $111 as you go until you feel like you want to pause and cancel it. And as soon as you join the membership, there's like multiple courses and programs that you can jump into, money stuff, all kinds of things. I work with entrepreneurs. I work with people at all walks of life. And so if you want the link, let me know. It's also in my bio. You can look there as well. And then if you're in the We Go First membership, this is part of it. And also there will be a change in the We Go First membership. That membership will be going up to 222 a month. So if you've been contemplating that, you want to get grandfathered into that, I highly recommend doing that. And so if you feel like someone needs to hear this, you feel like someone needs to do this, if you are someone who's really like, you get manifestation, you've really understood the universal laws, metaphysics, but things are not changing, it's because you're not working with the subconscious. And that's where all of our change happens. That's where the root of all our limiting beliefs are. And I'm going to help you work with pressure and fears and stuff like that as well. I cannot see. Am I in the right place here? Okay. Hello, guys. So I'm hopping off. If you feel called to join, you can message me and my team if you need more information. We're starting next week. And if you need the link, it's also in my bio as well. And if you need any other information about anything else, you just let me know. And this is really, really powerful for identity work as well. And if you feel like someone needs to hear this, please share. I'd be so, so grateful. So I will see you guys online. I am so excited to teach this magic to you. And I love you, and I hope you have a beautiful day. Bye-bye.